Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Nelo here as always. So you guys, today's video is a story time. I'm going to tell you guys about the one time I got stalked. Okay, like someone was stalking me for a very long time, but I just felt like it's an interesting story to tell on YouTube, and also so that people will learn from my own experience. Okay, make sure you learn something from this. I think it was 2013 because that was before I met my husband, and I met my husband 2013 December. Okay, so this definitely happened 2013. So I went to church one day. I normally go to the same church. I used to live in Abuja, by the way, so this happened while I was living in Abuja. So I used to live in Maitama in Abuja, but there was a church on my street here, but it was a small church, like a chapel or something. But I didn't used to go to that church. I used to go to one other big Catholic church because, you know, I'm one of those people that used to enjoy the music and all those things, but not anymore. I don't even like big churches anymore. But then I really liked that other church I was going to. The church was in Maitama as well. It's a big Catholic church church in Maitama. So I will go there every Sunday, enjoy myself alone. No, I had to go there alone, enjoy myself, you know, stay for service, come back home. Like every Sunday I'll go to church alone, because then I think I was alone in Abuja. I don't know if NJ had moved to Abuja then, but anyways, I used to go to, I don't think NJ was in Abuja then actually, maybe not, I can't remember these things. I'll go to church, I'll sit at the same spot. I'm one of those people that I sit at the same spot every single Sunday, the same chair, the same side of the chair. Like I can visualize it, I can remember it very well. The same chair, the same side of the chair, everything. So one day after church, I was just getting ready to go as usual. One guy just came to me, very tall, dark. I can't remember what he really, if I see him on the road today, I wouldn't remember his face, but I remember he was very tall, like giant tall, like that kind of tall that I look at him like this. And I'm quite tall myself, like, you know, for a woman. So he was really tall, dark, slim. That's all I can remember about him. He came to me. I can't even remember his name. You guys, I feel bad. I'm very horrible with names. But I can't remember his name. But I know it was a church name, like Isaac, Isaiah, Elisha, Joshua. Like, I don't know. All those kind of church names. It was one of those names. So he came to me and, you know, after church said hi. You know, that he always sees me in church. You know, he would like to, you know, hang out, take me out, you know, if I can give him my number. So I'm like, okay, this guy that's meeting me in church, he has to be at least a good person, you know. But then, you guys, bad people go to church more than good people. Just putting it out there. But then, my naive self, I'm like, okay, he has to be a good person. He has to be at least a normal person. He comes to church and, you know, he has been seeing me in church, meaning he comes every Sunday. So what's the harm in giving him my number? We can hang out, blah, blah, blah. So I gave him my number. And, you know, we went our separate ways. He called me. I can't remember when he called or how. All I know is that we talked, and then we decided to hang out. That's where the problem began. I don't know, I'm laughing like a goat. But yeah, that's where the problem began. So we went to hang out. Excuse me, I think he took me out for lunch. Yes, no, I think he did take me out for lunch. I remember I chose where we went for lunch. It was this place in Maitama as well that I loved then. So he took me there for lunch. I really loved their salad and their grilled chicken then, and I remember having that. So as we're out for lunch, that's where the red flags began. See, let me tell you. Anyways, me, I saw red flags and I wanted to run, but they did not let me run. Okay, so when we went out for lunch, as we're still there, maybe like 10 minutes into the whole thing, after ordering food, he started asking me questions, you know, we started having a conversation. And next thing, you guys, literally from nowhere, he entered, when we get married, what we're going to name our children. I was just like, wait, hold up, what's happening here? Mind you, I was 22 years old, okay? Marriage was the very last thing in my head. I just finished my master's then. I finished my master's January of that 2013. Yes, my master, I did in January to January. So I finished my master's January of that 2013. I literally just finished, moved to Abuja, living my best life, you know. And then another man's son is there talking marriage to me. I'm just like, hey, brother, you don't know what you have entered. See, this girl is not about to get married. It's so ironic that a year plus later I was married. I know it's funny. So he's telling me what we name our children, how we name them: Isaac, Rebecca, Elisha, all the kind of church names that he had. I can't remember his name, but I know it was a church name. So, like a Bible name. So, like, he's already telling me what we name our children, the kind of schools our children will go. First date, two people, very first date. The kind of schools our children will go to, the kind of places we'll live, you know, how our life will be. You know, when so, like, I was shocked. Do people do that? Please tell me if you've had this experience before. Let me know in the comment section. Have you had a creepy first date before? Because to me, that was so creepy. Today, okay, it's even more creepy today. Like, that to me was a red flag. If you people have had this kind of experience, somebody talking nonsense on the first date, let me know, because I want to know that I'm not alone in this. Or am I weird that I thought that was a weird conversation for first date? Because I feel like some ladies might not see anything wrong with it in naming your children in your first date. Okay, first of all, I'm not about to name my child Isaiah and Elisha. Okay, so that was even already a problem. You know, he kept talking about what we name our kids, blah 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 blah. And in my mind, trust me, Chinelo, I was listening. I was like, oh nice, that's a nice name. Oh, are you serious? I like that. Yeah, that was my reaction throughout the whole thing. And then after the date, he went and he picked me up from my house. Rookie mistake. See, if you're to learn anything from this video, if you're going on a first date, the person should never pick you up from your house. Meet the person somewhere. And the annoying thing is that I did have a car. I was driving. I don't know why I let him pick me up. You know, 22 years, I was young, I was stupid. He picked me up from my house in Maitama. So automatically he knew where I lived. That's where all the problems began. That's where all the problems began. He knew where I lived. So he picked me up, and after the date, he dropped me back. Okay? He already knew where I lived. Rookie mistake. If you're going on a date with anybody, let them not even pick you up. Maybe you can drive. Meet them there. If you don't have a car, use Uber. Meet them there. If you cannot afford Uber, use bus, use bike, whatever you want to use. Meet them there. They should not know where you live. If you're taking anything out of the story, please take this out of the story. Nobody should ever know where you live on a first date. Okay? I can't emphasize this enough. But anyways, moving on. He picked me up from the house for the date, and he also dropped me back. So to him, the date went really well. But to me, it was a horrible experience. I never wanted to see him again. I never wanted to see his face again, ever again. So after the date, when he was calling me on the phone, I stopped answering his calls, okay? Then, even to today, I don't know how to let people off, how to put people off, how to disappoint people. So I'll just avoid you. I was avoiding him. I wasn't answering his calls. I replied his message, but vaguely. Like, I really wanted him to get that I didn't want. See, let me tell you, a normal man, a normal woman will understand that you did not want anything to do with them. Me, if someone treats me like that, I will know that that person don't want anything to do with me, and I'll stop disturbing you. But he didn't get it, or he got it. No, I don't think he got it, because yeah, he didn't get it. So I was being very vague with my reply. I stopped answering his calls. You know, he would call me, I will not answer. And then, because the guy knew my house, I was finished dressing up to go out, come outside the gate. Who will I see? His car. The guy parked in front of my house. Hey, God. The first time this happened, I was like, okay, maybe he just really wanted to talk to me and blah, blah, blah. So that day, I now told him that, see, you can't just park in front of my house. I was on my way out. He stopped me. You can't just park in front of my house. It's very wrong. You can't do it. Like, you have to tell me before coming to my house. He apologized that because I've not been answering his calls. That's why he came to wait for me to come out. He didn't even know if I was around. Only God knows how many hours that guy parked there waiting for me to come out. So I told him that day, and I still went where I was going, and he left. Next day, on my way out, he was parked in front of my house again. At that point, I knew that, okay, this is serious. This is serious. I started being scared. I was scared. I'm like, hey, God, let this guy not enter my house one day and, rape me or something serious, because he was acting very psychotic. And then sometimes my gate man will come and tell me somebody's looking for me outside. I'll come outside and it's him. And I kept telling him, I'm no more interested in this thing. Like, it's not a relationship. We just went on one date and I'm not interested. I don't want. Like, stop coming to my house. But he didn't get it. Just know that this guy stalked me for a very, very long time. So much that I stopped going to the church that I was going to. I will go to church. Before I get there, he's already sitting on my chair, my favorite chair, where he knows that I always sit. He was already sitting there. Because of him, I would change chairs. And before church is over, sometimes during offering, he will find his way to my own chair. And obviously, it's church. I cannot stand up and be going up and down. Then he'll be begging me I should please answer his call, that he loves me. Where did love enter from? See, let nobody pick you up from your house for the first date. And also, meeting someone in church doesn't mean they're a good person, doesn't mean they have sense. Okay, he was telling me that he loves me, he wants to spend the rest of his life with me. He was just blabbing and blabbing and blabbing, and it took a long time before this guy left me. And I'm so thankful that he actually eventually did. I don't know who intervened or what happened, or if it's God, because I was like, God, please let this man leave me alone. I'm not interested anymore. And he used to say things like that first date, not even he used to say things like that first date. He said things like, when we're moving, how his mom will come and live with us, blah. see, I've seen things in this life, but I hope that someone learns from the story. I don't want this video to be too long. He stalked me for a while, maybe like 2-3 months. I saw him outside my gate up to 10 times. 10 times. My sisters are going to be shocked watching this video, but I did see him outside my gate up to 10 times. And sometimes I just ignore him, pretend like I did not see him. I don't even know if this guy was following me, where I was going, or anything. But it was a horrible experience, and I learned from that experience. I learned that nobody should pick me up on the first date. I will find you. If I'm not driving, I will take taxi. If I cannot afford taxi, I'll take bike, or I'll take bus, or whatever it takes, but I'll find my way there. But you're not picking me up. And also, meeting somebody in church, I repeat again, doesn't mean the person is a good person. So let's learn these 2 stories from this video. I don't want this video to be too long, but have you had any stalking experience? If you've had any stalking experience, let me know in the comment section down below, so that your girl will know that she's not alone. Have you had any stalking experiences or any bad first date experiences? Let me know. I would like to read all your comments down below. And yes, I will see you guys in my next one, okay?